sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Big Easy. And with that "Who Dat" chant bouncing off the walls behind us, we know that we're ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Will be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Rattler wants to throw it. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
To the air is Rattler. And he's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That's good for us Saints. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Here's Rattler. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Rattler. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So after the field goal, back out is Grupe to send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central Cast and Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
The tight end in motion right. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing Nix. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. and a Broncos.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Dobbins is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
McLaughlin going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Trent Sherfield, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. What's good on the extra point? And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Zach Allen. A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
I got him, on me.
Throwing is Rattler. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Loss of 9.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he goes out right around the 39.
Complete to number 14, Cortland Sutton. A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 39-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
To throw is Nix.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Nix to the air.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time day on the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
To throw, here's Nix. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Broncos.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage, took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback, and he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 17 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Point after.
Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Saints 3.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A loss of 2.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On play action, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second in a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Seven yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7 and a Broncos first down.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Off the play fake, Nix. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Second down and 8. Here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now it's Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll go play action with Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints again ready to go on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Bradler wants to throw it. Olave over the middle. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To the air is Rattler. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Alex Singleton making the play defensively. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Off the play fake. Nix looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 4.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
That's good.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Saints first down. First and
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner.
line.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rattler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Yards on the play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Saints.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Akers is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Back to the air with Nix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Dobbins trying the left side. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing Nix. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Broncos.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the 2nd half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And a Broncos 1st down.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running.
Marvin Mims from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Rattler working out of the gun. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on third down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Rattler. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing once more. Here's Rattler.
Little short pass here to Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And Rattler, he'll throw again. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Groupie for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Dobbins again on second down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And this one complete again to Mims. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 4. Nix from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First down, Denver.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Broncos.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
looking to put a drive together. Now Rattler. This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, look at the juke. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And down to the 36-yard line here. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, here's Rattler. Little short pass here to Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play action. Now Rattler. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38.
38-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over
the visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work.
And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
139 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix.
Got a man open, it's Sutton.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards that time.
First down, Denver.
Here's Nix. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Will Lutz
following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, Rattler. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
To the air is Rattler. Little short pass here to Hill. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Rattler wants to throw it. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
That's good for a Saints. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. To the air once more is Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost
the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Rattler.
And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
A 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 20.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. Saints get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing Nix.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 58 yards. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Alonso looked to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos
A drive there of just 4 plays.
27.
And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
Quick move by Miller. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Tries the left side and finds Olave. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Rattler. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
6 yards.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Kamara try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
2nd and 11. Olave over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Oh, he put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And coming out now, the Broncos.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 37-yard
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Nix to the air.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking to put a drive together. Now Rattler. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Back to throw again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Slot man moves right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. There's still a little bit of distance.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Nick Bonito
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Rattler working out of the gun.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On fourth down, here's Rattler. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 34 yards. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense and made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
First down, Denver.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's third down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's a quick throw right side. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
For the Broncos field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air is Rattler. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
3rd and 9 here. Rattler wants to throw it.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of
They'll get 9
yards.
out of that one, and as a result, the
That's
drive
good
continues.
for us Saints.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.